Hello, I'm Hugo Augusto. I'm currently a third year here at Southern Oregon University. I'm studying economics with a focus in finance and a minor in business administration. I also station manage the radio station KSOC here on the SOU campus, which is intense. I never actually ever thought that I would do something this cool. I'm really fortunate that my life has led to this. So my coming out story was back in 8th grade actually. I was 13 at the time, and I used to have this thing where I told people that I was bisexual because I didn't want to cross that line yet to saying that, oh, I'm gay, but I didn't really want to lie to people and tell them I was straight at the same time. So I felt, if I was like bisexual, I'd be hitting the middle ground, which one day I just woke up, and I was just like, wow, I'm really tired of this, because I felt like either way I was still kind of lying to them in a way. Like I wasn't really telling them the 100% truth, because I'd have like, girls come up and ask me, oh, can we go out and stuff like that, and I'd just be like, hey, no, I'm sorry, I like blondes, or like I'd be like brunettes. I would come up with like every weird excuse in the book just not to really date them, which I really felt bad because I wasn't really being honest with them and I wasn't being honest with myself. So yeah, I woke up one day and I was just like, you know what? I think I'm going to tell people, because I'm so tired of like not being honest with myself and with other people. So I got to middle school, and when I got there, I sat down with my friends, and I was just like, hey, I need to tell you something really important. And she's like, okay, what? So what I ended up telling her was, hey, I'm gay. So she was just like, oh, thank God. I was afraid you were going to ask me out, and I was thinking of ways to say no. And I was like, oh, okay. I came out to my friends first. I started talking to them about it. They were, for the most part, supportive. I did lose some friends, but it was in the end, it's been a better experience. After that, I spent like a year or two not telling my family. My family just had no clue. I'd bring home girls all the time because they were my friends, but my grandmother always assumed that they were like, my girlfriends. I think she thought I was a player or something. But so one day I just got home from school and I was really, really irritated. Like, I don't know why. So my grandma, she was just like, hey, that nice girl you hang out with all the time? I'm like, yeah. She's like, the one with the long brown hair? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, what was her name? I'm like, Shayna. And she's like, oh, why don't you go out with her? And so I don't know why I was really irritated, but all I said was like, Grandma, I like boys. She was like, oh. And I was just like, yeah, they're cute. We went through this whole thing through the rest of high school, Are you sure? Or is it a phase? Is it something you're just going through? And I'm like, no, I don't think this is a phase. And I mean, if it is, this is the longest phase of my life. But yeah, I mean, that's how I came out to my friends. I first came out to my friends back in 8th grade, and then towards the end of 9th grade, sophomore year, I came out to my family, and most of them were accepting, and they really, really liked me for who I was. And at this point, my grandmother and I are really close. I'm in my 3rd year of college. I run a radio station, so I mean, life has gotten just perfectly peachy keen and grand. So I have this little saying that I like to tell everybody. In the end, everything is good, yeah? Well, if it isn't good, then it really isn't the end. It really does get better. Everything gets monumentally better. Share your story. Saloons, goodbye. Have a wonderful life.
오빤 강남 스타일. 강남 스타일. 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자, 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자, 밤이 오면 심장